might not have no power, but you still here. If you can see this, I know you feel me. The Nightcappers are in the building, yeah. The Nightcappers are in here, yeah. Damn! There you go. One time for everybody checking in. This is Nightcap Knowledge, your Tuesday night live cast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, dogs, chickens, snakes, and frogs. The broadcast will be starting soon. Get your nightcap, put the kids to bed, and
I know you're gonna dig this.
One time for your mind, two time for your drinks. If you got something in your cup, say something. I need you to say something in the comments. It's one of those things we need you to check in. Let us know you're doing all right. If you got some folks that are in need of assistance, you want to make sure that they are tuned in to tonight's broadcast, or you get that information to get it to them. But before we get into all of that, got to give a shout out to Mississippi School of Health Services and Careers. Begin your career in healthcare today. That's mshscschool.com, 769-572-7490. Also got to give a shout out to the official like a referee whistle, the official water of Nightcap Knowledge, Aspire Pura, fresh and taste, keeping it simple, available at Amazon.com. One time for the EPS Institute, healing the entire you. You can find out more information about the EPS Institute at epsinstitute.org. Got a few dates left for this year and a few more left for 2023. But if you need a good goddamn DJ, your DJ needs to be George Chuck. Hit me up, georgechuck.com. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's start the show. Hey, one time for your mind. Everybody, what's happening? What's up, Mickey Mac?
DJ George Chuck. Man, y'all see you moving and grooving over there. Making it happen, Captain.
Hey, buddy, hey. The lights went out at like 8:55. And we are glad to be able to be here. But you know what I said, man.
What?
That's not what I said. I said, damn. How y'all
fine?
How y'all doing up, man? How y'all doing up there?
Man, we making it, man. It's a lot been going on. We just get more and more information about the devastation of this weather, tornadoes and things that have been hit. So we definitely want everybody to stay safe. This is the purpose of this show tonight. We're gonna dive right into it. This is the Nightcap Knowledge, real talk, real issues, real solutions. This is the reason we started this podcast, so we can be able to talk openly about issues that are plaguing our community, whether it be politically or whether it be natural disasters or things that are happening like that. We need to be able to address. So, hey, grab your drink, get ready. We're going to talk about some good things on the show. I always remind everybody about the Mental Health Minute. We stem that from the Motivational Monday. So we try to inspire people, to help people understand that this is very, very, very important, to continue to understand how to manage emotions and stress, but also, especially during times like this of crisis, and trauma. So we definitely want to continue to inspire people to check on others, to stay around positive folks, and also know what you're doing when you're interacting with different folks, whether it be business or social. And the topic for Monday was stop putting live seed into dead soil. So that means situations that you might be in, or even some people that you're hanging around. You're going to a different plateau and moving on forward, and they still grounded and still trying to. Chuck, you remember, they keep trying to take you backwards because so you're pouring that positive energy into something that's not ready to receive it. Not saying they might not be ready to receive it later on, but they're not ready to receive it right now. So stop putting live seed into dead soil, whether it might be occupation, it might be whatever it may be. It might be time for a change. And all these things are connected. When we start talking about the challenge for change, responsibility, all those different things connected and motivating you to do what's best for you. And I always talk about being healthy and happy, and healing the entire you. So we're gonna change gears tonight, but Chuck then gave y'all the pre-warning. All right, so if he happened to just shut down, disappear, they are getting the butt end of the storm, which a lot of us have already received and already came through the different areas of Mississippi and other states too. So they just hit New Orleans.
Yeah,
Night ward.
I sent Tanya a message.
Tanya had posted a message checking on everybody else, and then we see the message about it, that the tornado hit New Orleans. And so we are checking on folks, man. That's the purpose of this disaster relief, emergency relief. Check in with us. Share this. Matter of fact, go ahead and start sharing now. Share this message to different folks, the people that definitely folks that that are in affected areas. Those areas are like Edward, Mississippi, Lauderdale County, Jefferson County, up there near Starksville, Mississippi State campus. Anywhere folks that have been affected, you got family and friends. Let's reach out and get some feedback from them, see what we can do to be able to assist. Holmes County was hit. Lights still out, and most of Lexington, in Chula, and all of Goodman. Goodman got hit really hard, and we were definitely going to be reaching out to the folks from Holmes County, those who are still there, and those who are not, finding out what's going on, how can we help, and what we need to do.
Yeah, buddy. This rain that's outside my window.
Yes, sir.
It got me preoccupied because that wind is whipping.
Listen, I was like that earlier today. He was like, you hear the trees rocking, the house started making that cricket sound. You like, I got two big trees in the front and a big tree in the back.
Yeah.
And the thing about how insurance works, the tree, most people want like $2,500 to $3,000 to cut down the tree.
Yeah.
And I understand the liability and all that comes with that. That's what they want. And so we were like, we might have to work on that a little bit later. But we try to keep things safe. Try to keep it limbed up as best we can.
Yeah. But look, let's do this. Let's see if we can get some of our nightcappers into the comments right quick.
Come on, nightcappers. We want to know where you are.
We got a few folks out there. I am going to have to turn something off because when everything came back on, one of my settings went back into default. So I'm probably going to freeze for a second. So in that, with that in mind, I'm going to do this. Did I freeze?
No.
All right.
I'm just trying to see how long you gonna hold it. It's like,
hey, Hey, look, I was like, yeah, let me just put a smile on my face, you know.
Yeah,
But man, look, yeah, we want to check in with our people. If you know of folks that need disaster relief assistance as a result of this storm,
yeah.
this system of thunderstorms, tornadoes, and torrential downfall. Man, when I went outside earlier, and typically I keep my garbage can on the side of the house, right? Um, so I went checked on all of that, and I was like, well, let me go ahead and put it in the backyard inside of the fence. So I looked down the street. Everybody garbage can has already been tumbled over. It's still daylight hours. So I
Just
helped.
froze. And then you came back.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
we
figure out how I'm still on Wi-Fi. But you know what? I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know.
So the garbage can went down the street.
Yeah, man, everybody garbage can was over. So I went out and helped a couple neighbors put their garbage cans, back upright. I think one of my neighbors might not even been home, but you're trying to mitigate having to pick up trash in your yard because my yard is downhill. So I'm like, you know what?
Everything gonna
So
go.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But so yeah, we're trying to get folks that are watching right now. If you're going to go ahead and share this with friends and family, those who you know that are in the targeted areas in Mississippi, we know in Edwards, we know in other parts, and we definitely want to talk about someone that's definitely a friend of the show, friend of ours in real life. It's very ironic and how things happen, and I go in more in depth into that story when we get ready, Chuck.
yeah. I mean, you can go ahead and start talking about it. Or is
Okay.
there something that you wanted me to bring on camera or on
That
screen?
what I sent you earlier. I sent you a picture, a text. I emailed it to you. I'm gonna email it to you right quick.
Okay, because I can't. Your text messages don't come to my computer.
Right. I'm gonna send it to you. But keep letting folks know, man. If you know people, um, no matter if we might not be able to assist them, we might be able to put them in contact with other folks. But we asking you to continue to share this information. Let people know that it's a serious situation when you lose stuff, lose everything that you have, or experiencing this type of trauma due to the natural disasters. Is why we started the the simple emergency things that we created. Matter of fact, we can show that right quick, Chuck. That flyer. Um, and the reason we created that, and I started sharing that earlier this morning. Simple things, simple things you can do to prepare for emergencies. And we started this a while back because we want folks to be as prepared as possible when things like this happen.
Yeah,
We got disaster relief. That's reactive. We got to have a proactive plan. And then we definitely would advise everyone to have an escape route in your house. Know how you're going to get out in a different type of disasters and where you're going to go when you do get out. Some people that are really prepared, they got go bags because if you've been through these type of things before, some of the essential things you need to grab and take with you if you have to leave your home.
I mean, it's a lot of defaults that have been
Yeah.
hmm. All right.
If you can't get it, don't worry about it. We just keep going because right now we're dealing with it's a good you're still on the air and that you still able
Yeah.
to talk.
I got to work around. We just keep talking for a minute, and then
Okay.
I get it.
So
Added.
the proactiveness is we know Mississippi got bipolar weather. We can get all seasons in 1 month, but we ask folks to try to pay attention and watch the weather as much as possible. Watch the news, download the apps, try to do what you can to prepare. We know that you can't control Mother Nature, you can't control it, but we just need to be able to do as much as we can to control the situation from our standpoint, and being able to protect. So some of the things on there that you see, these are some things we just came up with that we know that we do, are some things that we know we found that are beneficial. that helps us out, right? So we just ask folks to continue to do that. Download the weather app. Definitely want you to do that. Gas up vehicles. If you know the storm is projected to come Friday and it's Monday, Tuesday, before you go home, make sure you top off your vehicle, especially with gas prices, and be ready. And we make a practice. And when I call my great uncle, 86 years old, he make a practice of never letting his car get below half. And that's something I adopted. Matter of fact, Chuck and I, during Hurricane Katrina, were one of the only two people, well, some of the only folks that actually left, and we went and topped off our trucks. Because that's how we were raised. We filled our trucks up and got as much gas we could put in there. Because we didn't know what was going to happen.
Gas can too.
You had gas can, and then now all the great thing about it, we went to when we went to go to down to the coast to volunteer. Chuck went to Mobile and got more gas.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we talk about doing. Purchase flashlights. Definitely need flashlights. As many of those you can. You can go get a whole stack of those from Lowe's for a little bit of nothing.
It's free.
Always keep, what is that?
I always keep one case of water. Never run.
Yeah. Don't let you be like, oh man, that's it. We ain't got no more water. I don't care if it's the nasty water that you really don't like. You know what I'm saying? But it's purified bottled water. The seal has not been broken. It's better to have that than nothing at all. So you definitely want that, because in a situation like where we are in Jackson, you can have a boil water notice and your power out
any day.
So you can't,
any day.
Right. So you need to keep a case of water because you need that. The next thing will be, what did it say?
Check windshield wipers, lights, and tires on vehicle.
Windshield wipers, tires on vehicles.
Yeah. If it's raining and like, let's say that you have to, you're being evacuated. You don't need to be out there with no whoop booty windshield wipers, and you got one light out, and then you got bad tires on your vehicle. Because at the end of the day, if you ain't got no grips on your tires, your butt gonna end up on the side of the road, and somebody gonna have to come get you then, right? So you gotta have your windshield wipers, your lights, your tires on your vehicles, man. I mean, honestly, as a productive adult and a contributor to the household, you should be replacing your tires on the regular. But I know some of us we fall short of the glory.
Stop buying one tire, y'all. I'm gonna say that.
Come on, buy your six.
And I'm just saying, like, if at least that's a process. Replace two at a time. I always put the new tires on the front. Put the new tires on the front. So if you gotta buy a tire and you don't start off with a full set, and maybe you just got the car and the tire blow out or whatever, replace I always put the new tires on the front, and rotate the tires to the back, because that's your steering. Regardless if you got a front wheel drive or rear wheel drive, you still got to steer, and you want your better tires on the front. What's the next one, Chuck?
The next one is one that I don't have an issue with, and I don't believe that you have this problem either, Mac. It says keep charcoal, wood, or propane for the grill.
Man.
Now, one of the things that I did, let me say not one. Let me say the first thing that I did, I went outside and I made sure that my grill was protected from the elements. Because at the end of the day, if the power goes out and you don't have a gas stove, you need to be able to cook. And one of the easiest ways to cook for somebody that came up the way that we did, fire up the grill.
And we have fireplace, and I keep emergency wood in the garage that's definitely seasoned and dried out, so it don't take much. I keep emergency starter logs, so it don't take much to get a fire going. So those things you definitely need to keep on hand. Again, don't let everything run out and just say, oh, I'll get it tomorrow, or I'll get it next week. Or you go to the store and it's not there, or you forget, and then when you need it, you can't grab it.
I'm gonna say it like this. The things that we're discussing on this list, you need to buy like y'all buy weed, alcohol, and beer and cigarettes.
Hey, and you can put alcohol on the list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying you need to have things just in case, and especially when you have warnings that let you know that there's something that's coming. What's the next one on that, Chuck?
The next one is budget for a generator. Budget for generator. That's one of the things that that I know that we discussed this a number of times, Matt. But the next thing on our list, or one of the additions to our like forever home, we want to have the Generac, you know, the generator that automatically powers on at the you know cost of power. So having now there are other options. And one of my neighbors and I, he's one of the old bros from Valley. Shout out to the Beta Theta bros. He was talking about the process of you call your local power company, right? For me, it's Coastal Electric, and they come out, they cut your power, and then there's this this add-on that attaches to your distribution point in terms of power, and you're able to hook your generator up and power your house from that. So at that point, you're using a you know high power generator or a regular generator that you would get from your Home Depot, your Lowe's, Harbor Freight, places like that. But you have a direct connection that can power your entire house. Now, you don't want to run everything.
Nope.
Like you don't want to be in there with all the lights on, but budgeting for a generator and then, you know, making a plan to say, well, you know, in the next 6 months, you know, we're going to plan to buy a generator and then have that attachment installed. And that's disaster preparedness, you know, and the last part of it is secure your umbrella, secure your raincoat, your rain boots, personal survival plan for your individual and family needs.
And that may be, say, for instance, if you know you have to have certain medications.
That's right.
You need to have it on hand where you can get it. You know, be able to keep your information with you. So you need to go to the pharmacy, but you need to have that information. You know, you need to get out quick. And that face, Chuck, making it sound like someone's coming to the window, baby.
And look, I got both my ears on, and I can still hear it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna let you know it's outside. It's gonna let you know. It's gonna let you know it's outside. It's gonna let you know. So, but we just want people to be prepared. You know, some things we can't do nothing about, but hey, try to do what we can. Try to be ready. Insurances. Always get your insurances. Make sure you got all the insurance you can cover. Sound bad, but I'm gonna say it real loud and proud. If you got a note, let it flow.
Come on.
Whatever vehicle you got that's paid for, that's the one you get in and exit in. I'm just gonna tell you like a TIE is. If you got a note, let it flow. But like, why they leaving the old truck? Cause that's the one that's paid for. That's why I pay for insurance. If you got a note, let it flow. Go and get up out of it. That's why you pay for all that extra stuff.
Man, look, that's what the total coverage, boy.
But like they left all the nice vehicles and got another them. Sure did.
Yes, sir.
Sure did. I'm leaving in the one that's paid for. And then we're gonna go ahead and go to the house. Go somewhere. But we're gonna talk about something real serious right quick. And somebody and spend this part of the show. Definitely want folks to tune in, reach out, make comments. Let us know if you're out there. Let us know that you're safe
now. Yeah. I say I'm actually trying to share right now. We make sure we get a good number of
let us know that you are safe out there, right? So not just talking about your family and friends and other folks. Let us know that you're safe, what your experience was like. But we definitely want to identify those folks that are in the midst of it right now that need some assistance. That might be, you know, calling in between. I need to go to a hotel or power still out, whatever you got going on. We're making a plan to try to triage and try to hit some of these places tomorrow. But we want to find out where we need to go and what we need to bring when we come, and trying to coordinate with whoever's on the ground that's working to find out what's needed, so we know where we need to go to. You know, if it's water, then we need to go get water. We need to take water to that area. If it's non-perishable items, if it's something you need to eat right now, you know, whatever it is, let us know so we can go grab it and bring it up there. I'll bring it down there, wherever you may be. But we're trying to find out so we got different teams, right? We got different organizations, different groups, and we can get folks to hit the ground and be able to assist if we know where to go and we know who to reach out to once we go there.
Yep.
But we want to talk about.
You know how to get there.
Yep. We want to talk about a friend of ours, and a frat brother to me. This brother, when we first started doing the sleep out for the homeless, he was the first one there. He fed everybody. He participated in the sleep out for the homeless every year. And we talk about our brother and friend, brother Pat Bradley. Pat Bradley, as people know, he is from Edwards, and we know that tornado hit Edwards today. So Pat Bradley totally lost his house. He lost everything in his house, and he lost all his items that So while he was at work, someone called him and told him the tornado hit his house, and he came and found that it wasn't anything. The roof was gone, things were destroyed. So we asking folks to support. If you know Pat personally, I wouldn't try to reach out to him tonight. He's still trying to recover things, and when I talked to him earlier, he was still soaking wet outside trying to find stuff. But Pat has always been. As a matter of fact, he helped us last year when we had the hurricane victims from Louisiana. He helped us during the ice storm. He went with me to Holmes County twice to feed folks. So Pat has always been there with us, supporting and feeding those in need when we were responding to disasters. And now he is in a position where we need to help him and assist him to get back on his feet. So
yeah.
And this is something we took upon ourselves to do. But so we call him Barbecue Pat. And Barbecue Pat is right now trying to pull some things together. So just ask folks for one, keep him and other folks that have been devastated and hit by this tornado or severe weather. Keep them in your prayers, but also keep them in your work. And what I'm meaning is, some people mean well when they say in my thoughts, but if you know these people personally, find out what you can do for them.
Yep.
So I said,
or if you know them well enough, you know what they need.
Yeah.
And then when you get there in front of them, you can ask them, "What else can I do? What else do you need?"
Do that. I'm gonna say this, and I heard this with my own 2 years at the homegoing ceremony, services for Reverend George Patterson Sr. His cousin got up there and testified and said when his house was destroyed, Reverend Patterson showed up the next day with a truck. I think it was his cousin, church member, showed up with a truck, helping him clean up and rebuild. Right? So that's a pastor that led. And we're saying that's a motto that we follow, is let's show up to help our friend or family member or whoever it may be. And let's help them, whether it's rebuilding or tearing down or providing whatever. Let's show up and physically show them some support. It's cool to respond via message, but let's physically show up and show them some support and let them know that we are there and we're standing with them, right? So that's when we want to do that. There are other people that were affected. If you know other folks that were affected like this, let us know so we can try to see what we can do to help folks. If we can't do anything but get you a room, if we can get you some resources, get you some hygiene products, get you some clean clothes, get you a couple hot meals, whatever we can do. And we can reach out to other folks to assist us because it's a lot of us that were not affected directly. And if you are not affected directly, then you are in a position that's go help somebody else. Spending a couple of dollars out of your pocket helping somebody else is a lot better than recovering or cleaning up after a thunderstorm or tornado. So, but yet, let's reach out to brother Barbecue Pat. He's a JSU alumni. Pat is also alumni, I think, of might be Clint Arrows. I know he went to Hines, and so the brothers.
I don't know all that.
Yeah, he pretty well connected, man. He he's O2 Alpha Beta. So anybody out there connected to Alpha Beta, yeah, he's the deuce. So yeah, that's big. That had a big line. If you look at Pat and I know you're thinking it. That's the deuce. Hell, Chuck a deuce. There was some big lines back in the early 2000s. Just letting folks know. So reach out to the brother. and like donate and give him some time. He's trying to put things together, and we're gonna be there to support him, help him out.
Yeah, man. So
So
if y'all know folks that need resources, please feel free to direct them to Mississippi Move, and we will of course connect them to the appropriate organizations, because we one have a disaster relief network, right, Matt?
yeah, we do, and
So we know people that's already have and already planning to go in motion. If they're at a particular point now, they probably are just riding it out and waiting for the appropriate time when it's safe to offer assistance. But this is something that Mac is very passionate about. It's one of the tenets that we've added to what we do as an organization is Mississippi Move. So the folks that we're in this network with, they are truly committed, because not only have they committed themselves, but they've also committed their resources. So we want to make sure we're able to get folks to the help that they need.
yeah, yeah, and as we continue to stay mindful and those I'll say prayerful, make sure that Chuck and you guys, hope things clear up for y'all, and y'all don't it don't get hit too hard with that storm. But because sometimes some of the folks that we have, like Pat, that's ready to go and help us, they are the ones that might be in need of assistance. So you got to take care of where you are first, and before you can go
Yeah,
anywhere and do anything else.
yeah.
So,
Like I'm going off camera to, well, I'm not, I'm still here, but I'm still checking uh the radar and the alerts right now. Because at the end of the day, when it gets quiet,
mm-hmm.
you still need to pay attention.
The calm before the storm.
If it gets eerily quiet and it's been howling outside, you definitely need to listen up, tune up, poke your eyes out the window, look at the listen for tornado sirens, all of those things. Okay.
It's a couple things I would say that we did not put on the list. We couldn't put everything on the list. But the weather like it's going to be bad. Start charging up all devices. All devices. Anything that and most of us, every time you buy a device, they give you a charger. So charge up all devices.
All up.
If you got large pots, go and fill them up with water.
Bathtub,
go and fill it up with water. Go ahead and do all those things now. Just try to get things, if you have a radio, make sure it's ready to go. Whatever you need to do, once you start seeing the signs. And worst case scenario, guess what? Hey, everything go by and you're fine. You pour the water out and you're good to go.
Yep.
Right. But don't say, I'm just going to wait to see what happens. Right. So right now, and it's no shame, anybody that know my folks, we were arguing with an 86-year-old man, my great uncle, about leaving out his house because they have no power in Lexington. He would not leave, and his furnace has an electric igniter, and it's supposed to get cold. I'm going to bed anyway, and that's the mentality. So we're trying to make sure he has everything he needs. He's fine. He has everything, but he got that type of mentality. But at a certain age, you're like, hey, you can't do what you did when you were 65, even 65. But he don't see it that way. So we've been constantly checking on him. I don't know now. He's just gonna get in the bed and ride it out till in the morning, because they always believe that everything gonna be better in the morning. So definitely, if you know where I'm headed to tomorrow, so make sure, especially if power has not been restored, I'm headed up 55 North. That's one spot I know I got to go to, but also we got to check on our folks in Hinds County and check on our frat, brother Pat. So, how things, Chuck? Which way is like it's going? I'm looking at the map.
In terms of what the map is showing us, Alabama will be getting what you all got earlier, around about 1 a.m. So like Montgomery, Birmingham, headed on over into Atlanta. About 1 a.m. Alabama will be getting the the worst of this storm. But what we're getting right now, I mean, you can see this is Gulfport. This is where I am.
Yeah.
You know, we getting all of that just hit New Orleans. So
Mm.
this little storm band right here is what, you know, caused that tornado to pop up in the ninth ward down there. So I think, man, you know, once we get to the green, you know, at 11:30, 12 o'clock, once we get to the green, I still see a little bit of a yellow down here.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, Bay St. Louis, Waveland, that's one of the areas that is always affected by big storms.
Yeah.
Uh, but as you can see, never fail, they gonna get something right there on that little
Yeah. Right on that little edge.
mm-hmm. But I'm up in, let's see, I'm up in this little area right here. So by 12 o'clock, I should be kind of in the clear with a little bit of more rain to pass over me.
Yeah.
But you know, I will do the husbandly and the fatherly thing. I am going to stay up and I'm going to work through the worst part of the storm to keep my eyes and ears out. I can't do like Uncle Jesse and just go to sleep through this one.
No. He only did that, and think about it, he the one taught me sleep ready to roll. You know, when it was storming, we were growing up. When now, you know, it was just him by himself. Now he'd go to bed. But when we was all us in the house, we stay up.
Yeah.
We didn't go to sleep. We stayed ready. If you lay down, you probably lay down with your clothes on.
Yeah,
you
with
know,
your boots strapped up, buddy.
You ready, good to go, and that's how we were. You know, and I do that to this day. If the weather get bad, I pull everything. You know, we've had times where the weather get bad and Jay and Fred get in the hallway, and I'm usually in the living room watching out to see what's going to happen. You know, keeping an eye out on the storm and monitoring everything. Hey, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
Yep, you got to, man.
Got to have a plan. You know, somebody got to be the one to look out. I keep the vehicles backed in, ready to pull out.
Yeah, I just in case, man, I went ahead and hitched my trailer up. I didn't want the trailer to fly away. I put it in front of the house, and so if we needed to, you know,
get out,
get on that, yeah, we out.
Get in that truck and pull off.
Yeah,
because you got generator and everything else you need in the back of the truck.
Yeah, generators in there. Yeah, let's even some t-shirts in there too.
T-shirts, water. I know it's a case of water back there.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a case of water and some gas in it.
Yeah, you got to be prepared, man, and thankful that things we're going to teach and pass on to others that we know, trying to stay prepared and stay ready. We don't want to forget about Barbecue Pat, this brother, and he was the same way, had everything, but you know, it was a situation where it couldn't be helped. So, and you just tuning in.
It's ticking up, man. It's ticking up. I say it's ticking up.
Where is that now?
It's at 9:15 now. I don't. We started 2 hours ago. So Sabir got it up 2 hours ago.
So Barbecue Pat, Pat Bradley, lost his house today in the tornado that hit Edwards. And like I was stating before, he's always been there. He was there for us the first time we did the sleep out for the homeless, the first breaking bread. You know, Pat has been there grilling and serving folks, and he helped us out when the ice storm hit. He helped us out. When the hurricane hit. You know, we were feeding people all last year. So now this brother's in a position where he need our assistance. He had a total lost everything that was in his house.
Got to step up, ladies and gentlemen.
Lost everything. You know, the brother is in need of everything. Only thing he has, and some of the stuff is completely saturated that he's trying to salvage. But what he had was what was in his truck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the good thing also, the first thing I asked about was his grandfather. His grandfather don't stay far from him. They did, you know, were able to get his grandfather out, and his grandfather is safe. There was damage to his grandfather's house too. So, you know, we just, you know, that's a tight knit community. When I talked to him, his family and some other folks, they were helping him go through stuff and helping him try to clean up. That big grill he's standing in front of right there That wind flipped that grill and had it in the backyard.
Yeah, that ain't no chump grill, bro.
That's the one you pull with some, and you need something with some weight when you pull that grill, because that's a full size grill, and it flipped it and had it in the backyard.
Yeah,
so I'm just wanting to info about that.
Look, we done fed whole communities off that grill.
Off that grill. And my folks in Holmes County, we trying to help. In matter of fact, Holmes County is one of the areas we went to and fed folks the other year. And so we just want folks to understand that, hey, people out there in need. If we don't know who they are, if you do what you can to try to assist them. But if you can let us know, we start pointing people in the right direction, triaging. For those who are in a position like Pat, or worse, hopefully they have no physical harm or damage.
Right.
But we want to try to help folks as much as possible. We still got hygiene kits, we got hygiene bags, we got clothes, we got blankets, we keep stuff like that so that we can be able to show up. And you want me, I can give you, somebody might give you $200, but right then you need a warm hat, a warm shirt, you need a blanket.
Dry.
You need something to put on right then. And you can't put that dollar on you or that $5 on you. You need something that you can get and put on you right then. So actually, I've been talking about it, but I think I am later on down the road going to invest in me something like a bigger grill, something that I can use when these situations happen. We can actually show up and be able to do it ourselves and be able to feed. In case
I got the perfect place, man. He's actually one of my new clients. I'm gonna build him a website, and man, this brother, he cold with the grills. This the dude that builds all of Lars's grills.
Oh yeah. Lars has definitely picked up the baton from AC.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he got the baton. And it's good to see when you see stuff is passed down, somebody take it and take
tradition.
It to yeah,
tradition.
Yeah, the Tougaloo barbecue.
Hey, man.
Yep, graduation barbecue.
Graduation barbecue, man. Yeah.
Everybody was invited.
Everybody, look, yeah. The Q's man put it on, but everybody was invited, and that was one of the things that we started. But if you look at the type of culture and tradition and relationship that is produced because of moments like that, you can see why Pat is an important part of his community and why we want to do what we want to do during his time of need. So look, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I know this isn't a sexy topic. It's not a controversial topic. It's just it's a real topic.
It's hear how real it is. And I hate to say this, but I gotta say this.
Yeah.
Here's a brother who was sacrificing nights and days to help take care of the unhoused. And with a split second, he has become a member of the unhoused.
Yeah.
And how we like to always
have a shorter loan. In a split second, it happened.
Split second. Sometimes people lay blame and say, oh, this person did this. This brother was at work, gainfully employed, with his own business. And a natural disaster changed his life.
Straight like that.
That's all we say.
Straight like that.
A natural disaster changed his life. A natural disaster hit Goodman, Holmes County, the second poorest county in the country. Politics and racism play a major part. Durant got hit the same way a few years ago, and we went up to Durant 3 different times providing resources to folks in Durant, and our governor played politics. No, y'all governor played politics, Phil Bryant, and never declared a state of emergency and left this poorest county in the country at the time without resources. So Goodman, Holmes County, has been hit by a tornado. My frat brother, big shout out to DY. DY, who got D Sports Lounge right there on West Street. He has a place in Goodman, his hometown, and his place was completely destroyed. His one stop was completely destroyed. The brother, I did voter registration there last year.
Yeah, I remember that.
I set up. His place has been completely destroyed, and he said he was just thankful that all the employees were able to get out.
Yeah,
his building is gone. So folks that we know that has been the first to step up to help others are now in a position where we need to look out for them.
Yeah.
And let's do that. Let's do
We gotta
that.
do that.
We got to do that, man, because you never know at the time. And as the old people used to say, let my work speak for me. So if you're in a position to help some people while you can, because you never know when you might be in a position where you want someone to return the favor. And all the time, it might not be the person that did it.
Right. Yeah. But the thing is, as I'm showing the link for folks to donate, feel free to donate whatever you can. I mean, I know that this is our friend. I've already made donations. Put Shallon's name on it. I don't know. I was looking. I was like, man, I'm trying to make sure my money went through. But you want to do for others, and you want in the event that your opportunity arises, you hope that you've put enough good energy out into the world to be like, folk, like, hey, man, let's go help such and such. Now, I pray for those who never find it in their heart, and I'm saying I'm praying for it like a heart change, a spirit change for folks that's like, man, I ain't giving that person $1, or I ain't donating to them. Like, they ain't got insurance. Like, I don't know if y'all ever been through an insurance claim, but them jokers, they don't pay you the next day.
No insurance, whether it be car, life, property, nothing shows up. Hey, the commercials show you, they show up the next day and be like, no.
That is not the case, ladies and gentlemen.
No. What are you going to do in between?
And I'm gonna give you one more. I'm gonna give you like a scenario that may or may not be true, but I speak from personal experience. The last hurricane that we went through down here on the coast, our house was insured as though it was the day that we moved in. The day that we moved in, we didn't have a fence. We didn't have a shed. It was a brand new house, but it was insured as though it was the day that we moved in. Now, lesson learned. When was the last time that you took a look at your policy? When was the last time that you had a conversation with your insurance agent? When was the last time that you reach out to your insurance company just to see what coverage you have? Now, why do I say that? We're dealing with a storm right now, but I know at this point, my shed is covered, my fence is covered, along with the rest of the contents and the exterior of our home. Now, why do I know that? Because I bought that fence and I had to buy a fence twice.
Yep.
So, if we talking about other things that we couldn't add or didn't add to that list, check your insurance policies. Make sure that you know exactly what is covered. Have that conversation with your insurance agent, whomever that person and or company might be. Ask those questions so that you'll know in the event of an emergency and in the event of a disaster, you know exactly what to do, how to file a claim, who to call, what pictures to take, etc., and etc. Because it matters. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with taking money from elsewhere so that you can make your home whole and then worry about replacing that money once insurance kicks in. But again, if it ain't covered, insurance ain't kicking in.
Nope. And the thing about it is, there's a lot of agencies and companies out there. Their goal is not to pay out.
It's not to pay.
So, they look for whatever loophole.
That's how they make money. That's how they make money.
They sign up 1,000 people a day and they try not to pay out nobody a year.
Yeah.
So that's something I want us to look at too. It's a lot of things. As we tell children, stay children as long as you can, because there are lots of responsibilities, lots of responsibilities as a responsible adult. And I say as a responsible adult because there are a lot of adults, but it's a lot. Some of them that are not responsible to the point where they still are depending on somebody acting like they are a child, a small child. Because even when your child get to become an adolescent and teenager, there are responsibilities on it. So we definitely want folks to be prepared. Take this stuff. We don't know everything. We ain't said we got all the answers, but hey, some stuff that we learned, that we got some bought sense. We turn around, we talk about it, we put it on a flyer, we put it into some type of graphic, and we share it and say, hey, this is what you should do.
Don't be me.
Don't do this, or you should do that. Have this. Like, who are they telling me? Okay, well, hey, listen, hey, don't do it. You just can't never say that nobody didn't tell you to have these things in place. Because you got to do it.
Sharon Lewis says that for sure. I need a new roof, but Allstate wouldn't pay for it.
No, their goal is not to pay. Their goal is not to pay.
Brown too.
The goal is not to pay. And we got to understand that community, we got to get back to the village, assisting each other, and not just showing up physically, but also, again, knowledge, education. Hey, man, I don't know. I want to get in your business, man, but I don't know if you got this, but you might want to have this. You might want to have that.
Man, how about that part of that conversation we were having earlier today? Like, even if you're a person that might be older and you're looking at this particular individual, whatever that individual may be, how they identify, what have you, if they're younger than you and you looking at them like, man, so I wonder how to do it. You need to be big enough as a human, as a person, to say, hey, look, you mind telling me how you did that? Like, I don't know. And I would like to know if you could feel comfortable sharing this type of knowledge with me. I would love to receive
it. That's something that we don't ask. But again, a lot of us grew up around older folk, and we understand. We ask questions.
Yeah.
And so a lot of older people see that in you. They see that in you, like, they said that when you wise beyond your years, because you listen as a younger adult or as a child, you listen to the older folk. You skip the generation. You know what I'm saying? Versus listen to the person that was a generation ahead of you. You listen to the person that was 2 generations ahead of you. So which would have been your grandmother or great uncles and stuff like that. So that way it puts you in a different position of how you look at things and how you look at life. It is a true blessing if you did all your bumping your head before you were 40, or majority of them. So you can metal out and have things kind of figure out on what you're going to do. And I'm just, this brother right here, big barbecue Pat. Pat is, he's been in that house for a while, and it's starting over is tough. Moving to a new house is tough, but starting over from scratch is extremely tough. So, and
the rebuilding process, all of that stuff is
all that stuff, man. Shit, you can't get the rebuild. You got to clean up.
Yeah, you got to clean up first.
Clean up.
Yeah.
So you got to be maintaining while you clean up. And he is just one of folks of several folks that have been devastated by this tornado and that hit Mississippi. I'm quite sure there are others in other states, but we asking you to check on your people, whether it be in Mississippi or Alabama, Georgia, wherever they are, Texas. Check on your folks, check on your friends, check on your family, and then we going to try to do what we can to help take care of the folks in this area. So look, if you are there, if you got any questions, if you know somebody, Texas, all right, Texas, how things looking in Texas about now?
Texas and Oklahoma got hit pretty bad, bro.
Oklahoma,
yeah,
and
then Louisiana. Of course, I mean, we have an affinity for New Orleans because we know folk that live there.
Yeah.
As large, I'm gonna refresh my screen and show you how large this this storm system really is. Like it is one of the pieces of information that I saw earlier when I was checking out the Weather Channel. Is that some of the research that meteorologists are doing is showing that I'm zooming out pretty far, but don't drag this down. Uh, One of the pieces of research that they've been able to come up with is that places that are affected the most by tornadoes form a C on the map. So if I can, I was checking it out on one of the TV apps, and I thought that was pretty interesting that all of the data that meteorologists have access to, and the number of years and the amount of tracking and all of that stuff that goes into weather prediction, they've been able to identify like what states are going spots. And I know we're looking at it from a macro level in terms of nationally, but if you zoom in, some of the information that they have will allow them to say we might need to evacuate this particular area because of what history has shown us and what the predictions are showing us with this particular type of storm and how it may be populated and all of that. But they say a straight up C right up here in this little pocket area right here, south, deep south basically. But you get a little bit of that Midwest up here, and then basically you got the south. You gotta say it like Pimp C.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a little something.
Shout out UGK.
Yeah, UGK for life. You know what I'm talking
about? So I think getting this information, we need to have this type of app programmed and saved in your favorites. The same way you got the NFL ticket or package or whatever the hell it is. You need to be paying attention to this just as much as important as anything else.
Look
because
at this. You see this?
Oh yeah.
My goodness.
That storm kicking ass.
And then look, here's some more.
It's kicking ass over the Gulf. Boy. So again, ponchos, windshield wipers, things you need to do to prepare in case you got to be in the weather. But definitely, would say 2 schools were getting.
Sharon Lewis saying 2 schools were hit in Jacksboro. They got enough warning, which allowed the students to move to a safe place. No one was killed. Praise the Lord. Amen.
Children, I know we've seen that happen. Stop playing game when you're doing these drills, because when the real thing happens, I know when
Greg was telling me, he was like, "Yeah, Daddy, we did a fire drill and a tornado drill," and I was like, "Boy, look, you better make sure you pay attention. But hey, if it looks like there's too much window, then you need to say something to somebody."
Yep.
Because if like you say this all the time, man. PhD don't mean pretty smart.
I tell you what, you better say. Can I call my mama? Call my daddy? Need to call home.
And look, one of the things that Shal and I had discussed last night, like, look, this weather might be getting bad around X number of time, and I think I'm gonna go get them early. She was like, all right. And one of the things I said earlier, because I might have picked them up a little too early, but I picked them up early. And she said it might count as an absence. And I was like, man, perfect attendance ain't finna get that joker in the trade school or college or perfect attendance is perfect attendance.
You get that certificate and you smile like this. It's just like people that say, I ain't never missed a job, missed a day at work, and then what they give you, your ass got you tired, you done missed birthdays and everything else, and they done just, here you go.
Right.
You're like, man, bump that.
Right.
Listen, you be all right.
Yeah, man.
Stay safe. So look, check on your people. Those folks that are out there, we're gonna show them simple things you can do to prepare, and we're gonna show Barbecue Pat. I almost called him Project Pat. He is a little hoodish around the edges. He is a fan of the Project Patter, but it's Barbecue Pat. That's a fact.
3-6.
Yeah,
I dropped. I'm going back to Mardi Gras. I dropped some 3-6. I was getting ready to do a Memphis set, but I don't think they. I would have made Shane O'Mac proud, with the Memphis set. But boy, I was about to go, yo, got it, man. Good times. Yeah.
Hey, man, listen. I bump in the 350. Bump in the 350.
Turn it up.
Turn it up in the 350.
We had an hour. We appreciate everybody for checking in.
Mark.
So do this. Tell somebody if they need resources to say something. You can reach out. Mac, what is contact at msmove.org?
Contact at msmove.org. Yeah, you can call, you can text that. I mean, you can email that, or you can text 662-205-6683. 662-205-6683.
And all of that information is on the website too.
All the information is on the msmove.org website. And once again, stay safe, stay in touch. Chuck, keep us updated on how things are going. You know. And try to conserve your part, conserve as much of your power as possible, because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yep, because shit, for a little while you might not be able to. You might not be able to get to the money for a little while, but
wait.
If you live, you'll have another chance to get to the money. And we hope to make sure that anybody that needs to get to the money, need to get to the resources, need a little bit of assistance, that we're going to try to connect them with the assistance that they need. So we'll see y'all here another Tuesday, 9 p.m. Shout out to all of our loyal supporters, all of our Nightcappers. We appreciate y'all for checking in with us. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, chickens, cats, dogs, snakes, and frogs. This has been another episode of Nightcap Knowledge. And we out. Peace.